Hey everybody, today we have Dragon Prince Battle Charged, fast-paced battles with 8 heroes and villains. The Dragon Prince Battle Charged. The Dragon Prince Battle Charged. Fight for the future. Zadia and the Dragon Prince Battle Charged. The epic animated series comes to life in this fast-paced, tactical battling game. Choose your hero. Choose from 8 iconic heroes. Every character has a custom battling deck with a unique playstyle. Rala and Amira charge into action while Column and Claudia take time to cast powerful spells. Combine decks to create strategic team-ups. Charge into battle. Maneuver your heroes on 6 different battle maps. Harness primal magic with powerful techniques and attack your opponents with the skill and fury of Xander's bravest champions. There's Ezrin, Colum, Ryla, Amelia, Janie, Claudia, Soren, and Vern. It's a show that's on Netflix, apparently. And it must have been good enough to make a tabletop board game out of, because if it wasn't popular, they wouldn't have made a board game out of it, I guess. At least that's my theory. Personally, if a game wasn't popular, if a show wasn't popular, I wouldn't make a game out of it unless it was popular. So here's a quick start guide. I got setup, actions, energy, winning, movement, combat. You got icon key, card types, energy and health icons, the map legend, affinity symbols, movement and combat icons. Then you have this pretty thick page of rules here. There's a game overview is in the Dragon Prince Battle Charge, you control the heroes of Zandia in fast-paced magical combat. Your goal is to deal damage to knock out your foes. Team achieves 3 knockouts, you win. So, three knockouts, and that's all it takes to win. Welcome to the battle. We got fun and games. Long ago, the world was divided into 2. In the west were the human kingdoms, and in the east the magical lands of Zandia. Or, I guess it's Zandia. Now a band of young heroes will fight to bring the world back together, while facing off against cunningly dark sorcerers and his abilities. This is the story of the epic animated series. The Dragon Prince and Battle Charged brings these battles to the tabletop. Will you charge in the battle with Soren or Raya? Guide animal companions with kind-hearted Ezrin? Wield dark magic with Vivian or Claudia? Or master the power of primal sky magic with the human mage Colum? Mix and match your favorite characters. And choose your moves wisely. Each character changes their energy for battle in different ways. You'll have to master each hero's unique playstyle to triumph. So the game, you should have health tokens, victory tokens, battle maps, hero cards, action cards, and 8 miniatures. Here's how you would set up a basic game, so to speak. Here. And it's a 2 to 4 player game, I believe. No, 2 to 6 player game, even though there's 8 characters. So I guess you gotta play teams. Then here are the hero cards and energy. Shows you how that works. That's good. And you got the turn order and action cards here. Once per turn, any number of cards per turn. And you got movement and terrain. So that's how you move. Always good to know how to move. Got to move it. And how different terrain affects. That's always good. Attacking and knocking out. How that works. Always good something. Always good. And we got line of sight. Line of sight. That's good. That's always a good thing to know how it works. I can say is good. I like this book here. I have a bunch of examples and showing you the cards and different things. That's always good. Blocks and boosts. It's a big rule book with a lot of pages, but it's got a lot of examples and arts and images of stuff, so that helps. You got technique and ongoing cards. Then here's the advanced rules. You got zone of control. That would be an area of effect that you control. Oh, pretty cool. See how it shows you? It's big images too. So it's not like little small stuff. Advanced rule, enemies, and line of sight. Not sure how, since nobody's played the game yet, how they could have frequently asked questions. Unless these came out during playtesting. But it's kind of nice when they have frequently asked questions, because that must have came out during playtesting when they were developing the game, because there's a bunch of that. Here's the variant 5 to 6 player games. If you scan this QR code, it has a rules video. It teaches you from brotherwisegames.com that'll probably teach you how to play. So cool. Oh no, that's pretty cool. Like I said, it had these battle maps. So here's like a magna from like a volcano. So this is like a volcano base, a volcano battle arena. And I like how, even though you can see that these are rocks, for example, and with this manga one, even though you could see that they're rocks or whatever, and that this is maga. No, I keep saying manga when I mean maga. It still puts a little special thing around it so that you know it's a different type of terrain and that it may be impassable or something like that. So this looks like a you got water around it, so this is some kind of weird ritual pool for some kind of magic ritual or something, probably. Then we have like here, and of course we got like boxes and different things, and these are like walls and or shelves or whatever. And of course you have stairs, which is interesting. So this is in one side, and this is like the top of this wall. So you could be on top of the wall. Maybe you could, if you could see the people, you could shoot down on them or whatever, which is cool. Pretty cool. I believe these stars are starting locations for people, but this is like a hall, like building. Like, okay, you got people in your one side's already in the building, then another group like rushes into the building. So it's like a building, and then of course the building has stairs. You can go up and down. This is a pretty cool map here. Then you have like this forest map here. You're out in the woods, you're out in the forest. Certain trees and rocks are like bigger than others. Now, even though it shows you some more rocks, these rocks might be smaller, so they'd be easier to step on. So it doesn't mess up the line of sight or the terrain. Just like these like spilled apples or whatever. Don't mess it up. But then you have this big tree. And of course, you can just walk over it on this part. Interesting. Pretty cool. Then here's a couple of buildings. This is like a town. Because you got this building. There's 3 entrances to the building. You got this little small building. Like 2 entrances to it. You got this building where there's 2 entrances. And then, of course, there's a front and back entrance to this little building. So this is like a stables. This is like stables. Like where the horses or whatever are kept. And this looks like the living quarters. This looks like the eating quarters. This looks like the resting quarters. Yeah, pretty cool. Like, there's even that. Look at that attention to detail. There's even like a little snowman. Snowman right there. Anyway, that's cool. So, here's like, you just climbed up. Now, this is an interesting one because this one looks like some kind of ritual meeting place too. And, like on top of a mountain. So you have like one team that's like guarding the ritual meeting area of magic or whatever. Hey, you got this like water from the pool. It's interesting. It's water or maybe some kind of magical markings. Or well, you got one team that's like coming up, and then you got one team that's already there. So this team's higher than this team because this team's going up the mountain. And this team's going to have to go down the mountain and they're going to fight in the middle. They're in some kind of sacred temple type place on top of a mountain, which is very interesting. Like it. Now, you got these hearts and these coins here, which we already knew was going to happen. But each, I believe it said that each group has these weird rings for some reason. I believe it said each, you got these nice dice. I believe it said each faction had their own deck of cards, but or each character. So I'm seeing them. They're all looking the same to me. So I'm not sure what the difference is because all these cards look the same to me, but it says each group has their own unique cards. So maybe it's because of the color on the cards. Like here's some blue ones. And here's some green ones. And here's some brown ones. Then here's some other color ones. So maybe that has something to do with it. But if that was the case, there should be like 8 of these. Which might be the case. Yeah, you are seeing me try to organize these cards as hopefully you're kind of seeing some of the cards while I'm doing this flipping organization thing here. Attempting to anyway. Hopefully I'm doing it right. Looks right, a little bit right to me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but this looks maybe right. I don't like 5 of this particular card, so I do have a picture. Oh, snap. I just noticed that they have a picture of the characters on the cards right there. So I'm going to go and pause the video, and organize them. Right. Okay. Back. That's done. Well, each one of these characters has a character card. What they need to be painted. Here is Rala, so I believe this is that one's figure. And she has a deck. Here are her cards to her deck. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Janae, which I believe is this guy. Maybe that's not him. Okay, this guy. Golden Knight of Lux Aura. He has a deck here too. Because his picture's on it. So that's cool. Then we have Soren. Now Soren probably is this guy that I was just... He's a crown guard. That's not him. This is him. Okay. Now, there's pictures on some of these other cards too that are... We got Column. I believe that is this one. God Mage, I believe this is him. No, that's not him. This would be him. We have Claudia. I believe this is her deck of, no, this is her deck of cards. She's probably this one. Or this one. No, she's probably this one. She's a dark magic prodigy, so this looks like her minifigure. Here's her cards. We got Amira. This is probably Amira's token. This one's Amira's token. And her deck is this deck. I know it's a long video. Bear with me. We got Ezrin. This would be his deck. And I believe this is him, the one with the dragon. He's the animal lover. Has a turtle on too. Looks like he has 3 animal cards with him for his 3 different animals. And we got Varian, which would be this guy, I believe. Yeah. You're getting a thorough unboxing here, by the way. So, but then there are these cards right here that have this symbol, which have the sun symbol. And while they have characters, pictures on them, like this character, for example, so I would assume that they all go with him, since this symbol is also on his card, so I would assume that that would go in his deck. There's also this symbol for this green thing, which is her symbol, so I would assume these cards would go in her deck. And then, of course, there's this blue symbol here, which is this one's symbol. So I would assume, especially since also they have pictures of that character, that those are going in that deck. And of course, there's this purple one, which is hers and his, though. You see that? Hers and his, which means I would assume if these go, because both of them have that those could go in either or. Now, if they have a picture of her, I'm going to assume more likely they go in theirs. If they have the picture of him, I'm going to assume more likely they go in his. But it looks like these could go either or in Claudia or Varen's deck. So, either or. Then there's these that don't have any symbol, which I'm going to assume that since they don't have any symbol, they could go in these 3's decks because they don't have any special symbol at all. So I'm going to assume these go in these 3 sticks. I could be wrong, though. Like these right here, no particular ones go in each one of them's deck. So you're probably you might, somewhere in the rules it might tell you about mixing and matching these particular ones or something of that nature, but I don't 100% know for a fact what you do with those. No offense, but one particular thing that would have been nice for them to have done in this particular game is not give them all the same back. Because when they gave them all the same back, it makes it hard to know what team goes with what. But that's just me. Anyway, remember, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jesus loves you. Jesus God. Jesus Lord. Jesus King. Jesus is ruler of everything. Have a great, wonderful day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you've actually seen this television show, like on Netflix or whatever, because I've never seen it. I don't have Netflix. So if you've seen it, comment down below, I guess, favorite character from the show. These might fit. I'm trying to figure out how to put everything back in this game. Looks like this is a perfect place for the dice. Oh, sweet. Okay. Which means that this is like a perfect place for these things. I think these are so you can know which teams are which. Like if you have 3 people on one team, 3 people on another team, I believe that's what that's for. So, like, you can put the character on there, for example. Thinking that. That's why I'm thinking that. So it looks like these and these can go in these little spots. Gives me 4 areas to put cards, even though there's 8 characters. So guess I can put the hearts there. I can divide the cards like so. Even has an extra place. And voila, everything's put up. That's nice. But I noticed when I was moving the box around that everything was basically falling apart. I was moving my whole phone. So, might not be the best way to put everything back if you try to stand the game up sideways. So it looks like that they did a looks like a fun, simple team versus team game. Looks like they did great art. I don't know anything about the show. Comment below if you've seen the show or know anything about the show. Might be good. Yeah, I'm running the clock. There's a reason I'm running the clock. I get 30 like 2 minutes per video, so I was close enough to it that I'm just gonna let it keep going. And in the next exciting episode of Jeffrey Scarborough's Board Gaming Geek Things, stay tuned for Princess Jug, Roberto Franga Narade game. Yeah. So, hope you enjoy that. Plus, there's I got a couple more games over there. For you all to watch.